Danny Shaw is a professor of Latin American and Caribbean Studies, and he joins us now out of New York. Mr. Shaw, welcome. What do you make of all this? The more information that emerges about this operation, the more links appear to surface regarding U.S. involvement.
Surely more information will emerge. This is an ongoing U.S. hybrid war against Venezuela, using economic warfare, diplomatic isolation, and now downright military incursions, whether it's with actual U.S. forces or private forces or Colombian paramilitary proxy forces.
Sure. And this, of course, comes as the U.S. faces a coronavirus crisis back home. Has it used the pandemic to further its agenda in Venezuela?
It's like that Hollywood film, Wag the Tail, where if Trump can have some type of quote-unquote diplomatic victory or quote-unquote victory over tyranny, it can distract. It's a game of smoke and mirrors, with everything being mishandled here at home. More than 1 million cases of U.S. Citizens who tested positive. We're now in the range of 75,000 official deaths, never mind all the deaths that haven't even been calculated. So to try to distract us with anti-Chinese hatred, with more and more threats against Iran, and now with these incursions into Venezuela, it sure seems like they want a distraction for the American people.
And Mr. Shaw, what do you make of the U.S. using the opposition leader Juan Guaido Juan Guaido's been using funds that the United States has blocked, Venezuelan funds, but it's released them to an opposition leader who the U.S. recognizes but hasn't been officially elected to the position of president?
Yeah, and this is something that the American people are really not following or understanding. When you go across the United States, from California to New York to Florida, this country is dotted with Citgos, one of the major gasoline stations here. And all of that money, those billions of dollars, that belongs to the Venezuelan people and the rightful government of Venezuela. But what they've done is they've diverted these funds. They've stolen these funds. And Juan Guaido is one of the chief criminals, and all of this money is taken away from the Venezuelan people. And now at the height of the coronavirus, the U.S. is doubling down on this starvation and blockade campaign against the Venezuelan people, and it's not being reported about here at all. Fox, CNN, the full gamut of the mainstream media outlets, scantly a word is ever mentioned about this U.S. war against Venezuela.
Why do you think that's the case, Mr. Danny?
Well, it's no secret that they want regime change in Venezuela, in the DPRK, in Cuba, in Nicaragua, in any morsel of the planet that they don't control. They want to recolonize these lands, and Venezuela is a huge piece of the geopolitical chessboard across the world. Incredible oil reserves, incredible mineral reserves. So they stand to bank in on billions and billions of profits if they can recolonize Venezuela. But they have 30 million people in Venezuela who are dignified and are not going to be reinvaded and recolonized.
Okay, Mr. Shaw, thank you very much indeed for that. Danny Shaw there, Professor of Latin American and Caribbean Studies, joining us out of New York.